Welcome to the Africa section of the Geotastic No Labels, No Borders tutorial. We're going to be taking a look at 57 flags and countries. Yes, this is the section with most countries, 57 in total. We have big countries, we have small countries, we have islands, and at the end of the video, you're going to be able to differentiate every flag. Some people have difficulties regarding African flags, but we're gonna know how to put them apart and identify every single country. So let's start knowing every flag and country. To start the African continent, we have Morocco, and for the flag, it's the full red background with this green star here on the center, also known as a pentagram. So yeah, pretty plain flag, the whole red background with the green pentagram on the middle. To click on Morocco, we're gonna focus our attention here on the northwest of Africa. So Morocco, it's a big country, so clicking all around here, everywhere I'm placing these pins, it's gonna get us Morocco. The country doesn't go much into the continent here, so focus on clicking near the coast. And here it's where the country ends and the other one starts. Don't don't cross this line here. As you can see, we have this downhill, and at the end of this downhill, we are gonna have the other country. So don't go beyond this line here. More the players usually click around the north region of the country. So yeah, everywhere here it's gonna get you Morocco, and also don't click around here because it's already another country. So just focus on clicking right here on this northern northwest region of the African continent, and you will be fine. So let's guess. Yes, as you can see, we have the downhill, and right after the downhill we have the other country. We're gonna see it pretty soon. And yeah, just focus on clicking near the coast. As I said, the country doesn't go much into the continent. And just a heads up, I have to say it because it's the No Labels No Borders tutorial. We have to be aware of everything. Here we have Ceuta, which is a Spanish exclave or whatever. And if you click here, it's gonna count for Spain. It's kinda hard to click with no zoom here, kinda hard to hit it. And yeah, I mean, just as I said, just a heads up. Even if you try to click, you might miss. So yeah, but I have to keep you guys informed. Next, we have Algeria, and for the flag, we have a vertical bicolor bands here. The left one is green and the right one is white. And here on the center, we have the crescent moon and the star all on red. So this is the flag for Algeria. So the country is one of the biggest countries in Africa, if not the biggest one. I think I didn't look up that, but I think it's the biggest country in Africa. So, but the coast, we have the coast for the country here is not as big as the rest of the country is. The coast of Algeria doesn't make any justice to the length of the country. So all of these lakes here belongs to Algeria except this last one. So clicking everywhere here is gonna get us Algeria, but the coast, as I said, it's not too long, because the rest of the country is around here, okay? We don't have much references here because it's just basically a plain desert, but it's fine to click here because we have a huge area. And yeah, you know that Morocco is here and the other countries are kind of far from this line, and the coast is not too big. So yeah, you kind of can know exactly where to click Of course, don't take too much the distance from the coast here, because you don't click here, it's not the country anymore. Yeah, but the country is big, we have a nice region here to click. But if you don't want to risk it, just stay near to the coast of looking at the lakes here, except this last one. This last one doesn't belong to Algeria. So yeah, let's guess here. There we go, you got it. As I said, a big country, and the coast doesn't make any justice. Doesn't coast. Of course, it's a nice extension, but it doesn't compare to the rest of the country size. And yeah, taking a look here on the map, I think it's the biggest one. Maybe Democratic Republic of the Congo is bigger, but I don't know. Yeah, that's it for Algeria. Next we have Tunisia, and for the flag we have the red field here. Here in the center we have a white circle, and inside the circle we have the crescent moon and a 5-pointed star here within the crescent moon. So yeah, it looks like a bit like the Turkey flag, but for Turkey flag we don't have the white circle here on the center. We just have the moon and the star without any circles, and they are white, so and bigger. So here for Tunisia flag, just remember the white circle. Just remember that the moon and the star are within a white circle. So for clicking on Tunisia, unlike Morocco and Algeria, Tunisia is not a big country. Oh, I zoomed it here by accident. So unlike Morocco and Algeria, it's not a big country. So basically we just have to click around here. So all of this coast here is Tunisia. All of this vertical coast here is gonna be Tunisia's, and also a little bit after the curve here, this section here is still Tunisia, but don't go beyond this line here because it's not gonna be Tunisia anymore. This lake here belongs to Tunisia, so clicking here is gonna get us Tunisia. Don't click west of the lake because you're gonna hit Algeria. And yeah, around here the country ends. We don't have much references here to visualize the border, so I don't advise you guys trying to click here. Just stay near to the coast and don't go beyond the lake line here. Okay, so yeah, clicking here is the safest spot. It's not a hard country to click because we have the coast to help us. It's very easy to identify the border around this region here, so we have a safe place to click. I don't advise you guys to click on the ocean here for Tunisia because we actually have some islands around here that either gonna count for Italy, or you're maybe gonna hit Malta here. It's a country, an island here. So yeah, don't click on the ocean to avoid misclicking. Just click here on the land and you're gonna be safe. So let's guess. There we go, we got it. Like I said, the lake here belonging to Tunisia, but west of it it's not Tunisia anymore. And those islands I was talking about, they don't belong to Tunisia, so don't click here on the ocean. So here we have Libya, and for the flag we have a horizontal tri-band with red on top, black on the middle, and green on the lower section. The black stripe, the black band, is larger than the red and green one. And here we have the moon on the center with the star common to these countries on this region. So it's a pretty simple flag. There's nothing much to mix it with. So to click on Libya, it's a pretty big country. So we're gonna focus our attention around here. We just saw Algeria and Tunisia, and here next we have Libya, following this sequence here. So just focus on clicking on this northern region here. It is a big country, but yeah, don't exaggerate. Of course it's not everything here, so just focus on clicking on this northern region here. avoiding of course clicking on this section here because it's Tunisia, and all of this coast here is Libya until there, kind of, because here is already Egypt. We're gonna see it next. So yeah, just focus on clicking here on this part, kind of on the middle of North Africa. So yeah, just let's click here. See, we got it. Again, it's a big country, of course, but of course don't go too much to the south because you might hit the other countries here. Just focus on clicking near the coast, or we also have this darker shade here. You can use it as a reference if you want. And that's it for Libya. Pretty big country, pretty easy to click, and it also has a sub 1 second potential. So next we have Egypt, and for the flag we have a horizontal triband with red, white and black, and here on the center of the flag we have the Egyptian eagle, or the eagle of Saladin, but we usually recognize the Egyptian flag by the golden eagle. These colors are pretty common on the Arabic countries. For the Arabic countries we have a lot of flags with this color pattern here. So for Egypt, just remember the eagle, okay? So for clicking on Egypt, it's the last country of the sequence of the North African coast. So our attention is going to be focused around here. We actually got some references here for Egypt because we have here the Nile River, pretty famous, and also the Red Sea. So this section here, the north of the Red Sea, it's Egypt, and we have some coast extension around here. So just focus on clicking here on this region, okay, on this green spots here representing the Nile, and also this lower section here, it's also still Egypt. So clicking everywhere around here, it's gonna get you Egypt, and also here north of the Red Sea. Okay, so let's guess. There we go, we got it, and that's it. Pretty simple. It has a nice territory, and since most times you're gonna be starting your mouse position here around the middle of your screen, Egypt is basically here on this section, so it has a sub 1 second potential, just like Libya and Algeria. Okay, so just focusing on learning the flag because it's pretty distinct because of the eagle, and yeah, that's it. Next we have the Western Sahara flag, which is basically the Palestinian flag with this red moon and star in the middle. So yeah, just remember this pattern here: the red triangle on the left, and the red moon and star. Basically, the most distinguished thing is the moon and star that the other flags that look like this don't have. So yeah. For Western Sahara, we're gonna focus our attention here in this region. It's a big space. Just focus on not hitting up here because it's Morocco. This downhill here is to Morocco. So focus on clicking after the downhill, and also not coming down here because it's Mauritania. And also don't click these islands because, as we saw, it's Spain. So focus on clicking on the continent, and you're gonna be safe. And also there's a part of the country that extends through here, but it's not the ideal to click here. You might misclick. So let's guess and see the borders clearly. There it goes. As I said, there's this extension here into the continent, sorry. So yeah, like I said, don't click up here because it's Morocco, and don't go down here because it's Mauritania. Mauritania, it's the start of this curve here. So yeah, focus on staying between this region after the downhill here of Morocco, and before this deep curve of Mauritania. And also don't click these islands here, Canarias, because it counts for Spain. Next we have Cape Verde, and for the flag we have the blue field, and here on the lower section of the flag we have a horizontal triband with white, red and white again, and here on the same line as the triband we have a circle of 10 yellow 5-pointed stars. And no, this circle does not have any connection with the European Union one, especially because the European Union has 12 stars and not 10. And these 10 stars here on the Cape Verde flag represent the 10 main islands that compose the country. Okay, so this is the flag for Cape Verde. So, as I said, for the explanation of the flag, the country is composed by islands. So here it is. We can actually see here on the west coast of Africa. They are kind of hard to see because from this zoom rate with the 75% zoom, but it's still possible to see them kind of easily. No need to make a hard effort. Just locate here. We just learned Western Sahara, and then it's the west coast for Africa, but on the ocean. Okay, so clicking here is gonna get us Cape Verde. And the hitbox here is kind of weird, I guess, because sometimes we don't get a pin. I've seen it. Sometimes we don't get a pin here around. So just like the flag, we kind of have a circle of islands here, not perfectly, but let's imagine there's a perfect circle here. So we have islands around this way here. So what I like to do is basically click here on the middle, on the water part of the hitbox. Basically, every time I click here, I got a pin. Sometimes I've clicked between the islands here and I get nothing, and I had to correct my movement. See, I just clicked here close to the country, and I'm not getting nothing. So it's kind of weird, the hitbox here. So focus on clicking here on the circle within the islands here, and it's gonna be fine. So let's guess. There we go. See, as I said, we kind of have a circle here. It gets a little dismounted here, but it's fine. So what I like to do is click around here on the middle of the islands, because the hitbox is kind of weird around here, so it's better to click. And as we had a big island here, it would probably click on the middle, but the hitbox works here on the water part. Next we have Mauritania, and for the flag we have the green field surrounded by two red stripes north and south of it, and here on the middle we have a golden moon pointed up, and also the golden star. This flag is usually mixed with the Maldives flag. We saw that on the Asia video. If you didn't see that one, go there and watch. I also explained the difference between the flags there, but basically for the Maldives one, it's completely surrounded with red. We also have the green field, but on that flag it's completely surrounded by the red, and the moon, it's not pointed up, it's pointed right. And yeah, that's the main difference. For the Mauritania, we don't have the red surrounding the flag, and the moon is pointing up. So Mauritania is a pretty big country, so we have a very generous area to click. Our main reference is of course we're gonna focus our attention around here, but our main reference is this concave coast here. It's very distinguishable. So everywhere here, not everywhere, but it's our main reference for Mauritania, because we actually have a plain white here, plain desert section. We have no references around here, but it's a big country, so you can sense where you can click or not. But if you just need to focus on clicking not too far from the coast here of this line where it's concave. So I'm gonna click around here in the middle so we can see more clear the border. So yeah, let's guess. See, just focus on staying near the concave region here. Like I said, it's not everywhere. Here's is Senegal, and we have more to the country north here, but again, we don't have much references here. So if you wanna risk clicking around here, you can do whatever you want. But I advise you not to click around here. I always focus on clicking on this line here where the coast is concave. And yeah, we have we have a lot of room to work with here into the continent. So yeah, just focus on clicking on the line of the coast here and you will be fine. Next we have Mali, and for the flag we have a vertical triband. Here on the left we have green, on the middle yellow, and here on the right we have red. So pretty simple flag. We have a very common African flag set of colors. So for clicking on Mali, Mali is actually a big country, and we have some nice references here for clicking. So our main reference is this green spot here. So clicking on it, it's gonna get us Mali, simple as that. But since the country is big, we have more extension kinda coming, going diagonally from the green spot here. So going to the northeast here direction, we're gonna hit Mali around here, and also to the southwest we have Mali territory. Especially here on the northeast, we have more territory here than the south region here. But I like to click here around the green spot because it's the safest everywhere here. It counts for Mali. Although this region here is the narrow part of the country's territory, we have a more wider area here. But since we don't have much references, it's kind of, you can click here on Mauritania, maybe you might miss it. This grid line here actually can be a little bit of help. So staying on this grid line here, it's Mali territory. And of course, just focus here on the green spot. You know that clicking on it is gonna be Mali, and going diagonally here on these directions here is gonna be also Mali. And here on this part, don't go below the green here, because here it's already other countries. So don't go much below beyond this green line here. And here we have more extinctions. So I'm gonna click around here, and let's guess. There we go, we got it. As I said, the green spot is on the narrow region on the country. We have way more stuff here. Yeah, the biggest part is here, but we don't have much references around here. It's just the desert, and it can be easy to hit Mauritania. And like I said, we don't have much beyond the green line here. So yeah, you can click wherever you feel most comfortable with. I like to stay near to the green spot here. So now we're gonna see Guinea, and I wanted to show you guys right after Mali because the flags are pretty similar. A lot of people confuse them, and the main difference here it's the position of the red and green bands. The yellow stays on the same position. It's on the middle for both of the flags. But on Mali flag we saw that the green band it's on the left and the red one is on the right. And we also have some color shade difference. We have lighter shades on the Mali flag. The green there was lighter, and also the red, but here the green is kinda darker and the red also. But the main difference is the positions, of course. The shades could be the same, but the positions change, okay? For me, I always look at the left one. I know that Guinea is red on the left and Mali is green. So that's the process I have on my mind, but you guys can look at whatever you guys want. Maybe you wanna look at the shades, I don't know, but for me, it's the positioning of the bands. Maybe you can look at the right band here, but I look at the left one because it's kind of the first thing we look at, okay? So for clicking on Guinea, the flags are similar between Mali and Guinea, but the territory it's not, because Mali is a big country as we saw, but Guinea not so much. Okay, so we're gonna focus our attention around here on the coast of West Africa. Guinea has like some kind of arch territory. It starts here and kinda goes around there. As I'm making this move here with my mouse. It's basically the territory of Guinea. So we have this brittle region section here, which is Guinea-Bissau, and here is Sierra Leone. Okay, so we're gonna basically click between them. See this? We have this coastal peak here and the brittle region of the coast. So just focus on clicking between them. But as I said, it's like an arch, but so you can kind of go on the back here of Sierra Leone. Sierra Leone is basically a circle here, so you can go kind of on the back here. And yeah, it's not as big as Mali, but it's not too small also. So I'm gonna click here and guess, so we can see exactly what the country territory looks like. So let's guess here. There we go. As I said, it's kind of an arch. It starts here on the coast between this coastal peak here that is Sierra Leone and the brittle coast that is Guinea-Bissau, and it makes an arch here, goes behind Sierra Leone and everything, and even makes border with Mali. So you can click maybe on wherever you feel comfortable, most comfortable. Maybe you just feel comfortable clicking on the coast because you can actually kind of see stuff. But with time, over time, you're gonna be playing and hitting it, and maybe you're gonna be able to hit this region here. So it's gonna make your flicks faster. When I started playing, every time I clicked on the coast because it was actually a safe place to click. But having the ability to click around here is pretty useful because it gives you more space to flick. So if your flick hits this region, you don't need to correct and go to the coast, because you know that this area here, it's still Guinea, it counts for it, it's the territory and everything. So yeah, just practice and see where is the better spot for you to click. Next we have Niger, and this is the Niger flag. Of course, the first thing that comes to mind is India. It's the same colors on the tri-band, same order as well, orange, white and green. But of course the main difference is here in the middle. For Niger we just have this plain orange circle, and for India we have that Indian symbol on the middle, and just focus on that. The circle for Niger is the plain orange one. So let's learn where to click for Niger, and we're gonna focus our attention around here, between this green spots here. So this green spot is Mali, as we just learned, and here is Chad. So we're gonna try to click near to this green one, because left of it it's already Niger. It's a big country, but we don't have much references here. It's just plain a deserty area with not much of dots and stuff we can use to as a reference. So yeah, just focus on clicking around here, left of this upper left of this green region. So let's guess. And there you go. Of course, the country is very big, but as I said, we don't have much references around here, and that's what I use to click on the country. But if you feel more comfortable clicking around here, you can do so. But for not to take any risks, I prefer to locate this green section here, which marks Chad, and clicking up left of it. Next we have Chad, and for the flag we have a vertical triband with blue on the left, yellow on the middle, and red on the right. And if you know the Romania flag, yes, this flag looks just like Romania, but the difference here is the color shades. Here for the Chad flag we have darker color shades, especially here on the blue. All the colors have darker shades, but the blue one is the most distinct, is the first thing we look at and say, oh, it's Chad flag, or oh, it's Romania flag. It's just a matter of being used to them. With time you're gonna be playing, and you're gonna take a look at the flag and know which is which. But at the beginning can be difficult to differentiate them. But yeah, with time you're gonna be able to tell it right away. So for clicking on the country, we're gonna be using again this green spot here as our reference, but this time we're gonna click east of it. So clicking here is gonna get us Chad. The country extension is more vertically than horizontally, so all of this extension here is gonna be Chad. It's a big country as well. As you can see, we have 3 different green shades here. We have this lighter one, this mid one, and this darker one. So for Chad, focus on staying on the lighter one. If you go on the mid or the darker one, it's not going to be Chad anymore. Basically, the border of Chad with the other countries here is going to be around here on the shade change. So yeah, focus on staying above the mid here. And also we have more extension here to the north. We can actually see we have darker spots here on the desert. So right here it's kind of where the country ends, but just stay here near to the green spot, clicking east of it, and it's gonna be fine. Okay, so let's guess. There we go, we got it. And as I said, the country basically ends here on the division between the light and mid shade, and here are those darker spots on the desert where the country basically ends. But yeah, stay near to the green spot here, click east of it, don't go much to the right because we don't have much of country extension here. Next we have Sudan. Sudan flag consists of horizontally triband, red, white and black, with the green triangle on the left. Sometimes we can mistake this flag with the Palestine one, but just remember that the Palestine one is the triangle is red, and here is the green triangle. So for me, that's the process I have in my head to differentiate those flags right away. Right off at the moment I see one of them, I know which is which because of the triangle color. So for clicking on Sudan, Sudan is a very big country. We're gonna focus our attention around here. Here we have Egypt, of course, north, and right south of Egypt is Sudan. So just focus on getting a little kind of distance from Egypt, you can click here on this deserty area still, or maybe near the green area as well. Not too much on the green area because it's gonna be other countries already. So yeah, just keep in mind to have a distance from to take some distance from Egypt, and you stay near to the green area. Maybe it's a good reference. It's a big country, so you have plenty of room to work with. We're gonna see it right now. So let's guess. See, we have plenty to work with here. The most of the country is the deserty area. So as I said, you can click right on the division, the border here between the green section and the desert. Not much south of it because it's already other countries. So that's it for Sudan. Very big country. It can be a sub 1 second potential if you practice your movement and stuff. And yeah, that's it. Next we have South Sudan. So for the flag, we have a horizontal triband here with black, red, and green, and with the red one being surrounded by two thinner white stripes. Here on the left, we have a blue triangle with a yellow 5-pointed star here, kind of crooked. So we have kind of the same color patterns for this Arabic countries. But for South Sudan, it's pretty unique because it's the only one with the blue triangle here, and we also have the golden star to differentiate even more. So for clicking on the country, we're gonna focus our attention around here. So we just learned that Sudan occupies mostly the desert area here, having a little bit of the green. Occupying a little bit of the green here. So all we have to do is basically click below this line here, not on the start of the green because it's still Sudan, but a little bit below the start here of the green. So yeah, clicking here is gonna get us South Sudan. It's not as big as Sudan, so we don't have much room to work with. It's not as big as Sudan, but also is not too small. But we need to focus on staying on this line here, kind of. We can use the lake here, Lake Victoria here to guide us. So on this line here, kind of, you can go a little bit to the left here. But yeah, don't go beyond this line here because the country doesn't have much extension. So let's guess. There we go, we hit basically the middle of the country. So yeah, the country does not start on the start of the green region, but it occupies it's all green except for this part here. But don't advise you guys to try to click here because we have narrow lands. So yeah, just focus on clicking on the green. You can use the lakes here as a reference. Of course, not too close to them because the territory for South Sudan starts a little bit way north from the lakes here. But yeah, below Sudan, on the green region. So now we have Eritrea. So for the flag is we have this big isosceles red triangle going end to end of the flag. Here in the upper section we have the green triangle, and on the lower section the blue one, and here on the red triangle we have the national emblem. So for clicking on Eritrea, you're gonna focus our attention here south of the Red Sea. We can see this coastal line here, this brittle section here. It's all Eritrea here. We have some territory of the country going into the continent around here. So the safest place to guess is here, or maybe anywhere near this coast here. Not here because it's already another country. We're gonna see it later. So clicking here in this coastal extension before getting to this tip here, it's gonna get us Eritrea, and also a little bit of territory here. to work. So let's guess. There you go, it just said Eritrea. As I said, we have more room to work with in this northern section here, because here on the south it's very thin, and we have this curve here that we can use as a reference, and just focus on clicking south of the curve. Of course, here it's to Sudan, and that's it. That's Eritrea. Next, we have Djibouti, and for the flag, we have the white triangle here on the left with a red star here on the center of the triangle, and we have a double horizontal bands here with the light blue on top and the green on the bottom. So for clicking on Djibouti, we're going to be focusing our attention here on this Gulf. Djibouti, it's not a big country, it's actually very small compared to the other ones around it. So it's basically a little circle here, but our reference is pretty good because we have the Gulf here. And so all we need to do is click right on it, and that's it. We don't have anywhere else to click because the country is just this part of the land here. So yeah, just click on here. Of course, the country kind of starts around here, so the coast starts kind of here and goes a little bit after the Gulf here. But yeah, just stay on this specific range here and do not go beyond it because the country is pretty small. So let's guess here. There we go, we got it. So like I said, the coast kind of starts up here and ends a little bit after the Gulf. And yeah, it's a little circle. We don't have much else to click, so yeah, just stay on this region. Next we have Ethiopia, and for the flag we have a horizontal tri-band of green, yellow and red with a blue circle here on the center, and inside the circle we have the national emblem of Ethiopia, which is this pentagram. So this is the flag. For clicking on Ethiopia is also a big country. So we're going to be focusing our attention around this region here. Okay, we have this lake, which is the north of territory of Ethiopia. So clicking on the link on the lake is going to get us Ethiopia, and also everywhere around this east side of the gray section before getting into the desert area here. It also has a little bit of the desert area on the territory, but Ethiopia has no coast, so don't click near the coasts here because you're not gonna hit Ethiopia. So yeah, just focus on staying on this section here on the east, on the end of the green area, and south of this lake here. Okay, so let's guess. There we go, we got it. So like I said, it's a big country. Yeah, this lake here doesn't count for Ethiopia, so focus on staying also north of the lake. This lake here, which we learned, it's Ethiopia. So yeah, that's it for Ethiopia. Next we have Somalia, and for the flag we have the light blue field here with a big 5-pointed white star on the center. For clicking on Somalia, we're going to be focusing our attention around here. So the coast for Somalia is pretty big. So it starts here right after Djibouti on this curve kind of, and goes all the way until here. So these peak here on the green portion, it kind of marks the border between Somalia and Kenya. So stay above this green peak here for the coast, okay? And we don't have much extension into the continent here, because here we already have Ethiopia. So just focus on clicking near the coast. We have plenty of coast to work with here, and we have a more portion of territory inside here. So clicking on this kinda around here is safe, It's still Somalia territory, but yeah, it's staying near the coast. We have plenty of coast to click on here, and yeah, and of course this island here is not Somalia. This island belongs to Yemen here. So let's guess. There you go. As I said, the peak here on the green shade marking the border between Kenya and Somalia, and we don't have Somaliland here on the game, so don't worry about misclicking on Somaliland. And yeah, like I said, the coast for Somalia starts right after Djibouti on the curve here, and yeah. Next we have Senegal, and for the flag we have a vertical triband with green, yellow, and red. And here on the center, of course, on the yellow band, we have a green 5-pointed star. So for clicking on Senegal, we're gonna get back here on the west coast of Africa. So here, right here, it's Senegal, nice and easy. This tip here of the coast, on the coast, is where the capital of Senegal is located, Dakar. So clicking here is gonna get us Senegal. We have a little bit of the country here on the green region, but it's risky to click here because we actually have a country within Senegal's territory. So if we click around here, we might hit it. We're gonna learn it how to click here soon, because it's another country here. So it's better to click here on the desert area where the tip is, this peak here of land. And following around here, this line, we have a nice extension here into the continent. It's not a big country, but we have a little bit of extension here into the continent. So yeah, I prefer to click here close to the peak of on the coast here, because it's the safest place to click with no borders. Okay, so let's guess here. There we go, we got it. Like I said, the capital of Senegal, Dakar, is here on this peak on the coast. We have the country extension a little bit here onto the continent, and that part of the country on the green area. But we have this country here that it's not. So this part here, it's not 100% Senegal's. So it's risky to click around here. We can misclick here on Gambia. So I want to skip the country sequence and show you guys Cameroon, because as you can see, the flag is pretty similar to Senegal, and I want to show you guys the difference right away. Okay, so for the flag, it's again a vertical triband with a star on the middle. We also have green on the left band, but for the middle one it's red, and to the right one is yellow, and the star is yellow. It's basically inverted from the Senegal one. There the star was green, and we had yellow here on the middle and red on the right. And yeah, just keep in mind this the middle band, which is red here for Cameroon and yellow for Senegal. That's the process that I have on my head when I look at those flags. I just say, oh, okay, it's the red band on the middle and it's Cameroon. And also we have different color shades here. The green here for Cameroon is darker, and you started to pick those little details when you start playing. So for clicking on Cameroon, like I said, I'm skipping the country sequence kind of, because I wanted to show you the difference between the flags. So for Cameroon, we're gonna focus our attention here on this corner of the coast. So Cameroon covers this corner here, and it goes. It has a kind of generous rune here on the continent. So just focus on clicking near the corner here, not too much north, because here's already Nigeria, and to the south we have um, other countries. We actually have a little bit more to the country going north here in the Chad direction, but it gets pretty narrow here, and I don't advise you to click on this region because it's easily misclickable without the borders. So yeah, just focus on clicking near the curve here of the coast and you will be fine. So let's guess. Yeah, as you can see, Cameroon covers the entire curve of the coast and has this northern section here going towards Chad. And like I said, it gets narrow, and I don't advise you clicking there. So just focus on clicking near the coast border here and you will be fine. Next we have Gambia, and for the flag we have 5 horizontal bands here, with the top and bottom one being red and green. Here on the center we have a blue one, and the thinner ones are white on each side of the blue one. This flag is pretty nice. Just like every flag, it has political and cultural references, but also this flag says a lot about Gambia's location. And to understand that a little bit better, we're gonna switch to the map view here. So Gambia is surrounded by Senegal, and it's located right here on the division between the desert and the green region. And yeah, we can see it kind of clearly on with the flag. The red portion one of the meanings, one of the representations of the red band here is the desert. And here on the center we have the blue one representing the Gambia River we have right here, and of course the green part representing the forest, the green area. So yeah, it's pretty nice representation of the location of Gambia here, right on this division between the desert and the green region. So Gambia, it's not a big country. It has a pretty narrow territory. It has a horizontal extension around here. So clicking from it's possible to click without zooming. I'm gonna show you guys, or we can click right here on the division of between the desert and the green region, but more specifically trying to hit the green part. But the easiest way to click on Gambia is clicking here on the ocean. So it has a pretty nice hitbox here on the ocean, and you can kind of miss the territory line here. You can kind of go a little bit to below and above the territory line, and you're still gonna get the country. Of course, don't go too much beyond the lines here because you're gonna hit Senegal or the other country here below. So yeah, just focus on staying here on this line here on the division of the desert and the green, and you're gonna get the country pretty easily. Like I said, it's possible to click here on the land, but it's easier to hit the country by clicking on the ocean. So let's guess here. There we go, we got it. We kinda we're far from the country here. We hit the territory line here, but we could kinda go a little bit above or below here, and it might be still fine. And here is the river, the Gambia River, and yeah, the country is right on the border between the desert and the green region, and yeah, that's why the flag here is so nice. Next we have Guinea-Bissau, and for the flag we have a horizontal double band here with yellow and green, and here on the left we have a vertical red band with a 5-pointed black star here on the middle on the red band. So this is the flag, once again pretty African colors, but with a different pattern that we are used to. So for clicking on Guinea-Bissau, it's a small country, but it's here on the coast. So all we have to do is locate this brittle section here on the coast and click here, nice and easy. So we learned that we have Senegal and Gambia here, and here we have Guinea. So all I have to do is click kinda between them, but our main thing to look at is the brittle, more brittle section here on the coast. As you can see, we have a lot of imperfections, let's say, here on the coast. So all we have to do is click here to get Guinea-Bissau, and of course stay near to the coast, basically clicking on the coast because we don't have much of extension into the continent. So let's guess. There we go, we got it. So we have a lot of imperfections here on the coast. We have tiny islands here and not much of a big country. Next we have Sierra Leone, and for the flag we have a horizontal triband with green on top, white on the middle and blue on the bottom. So for clicking on Sierra Leone, we're going to be focusing our attention here. So Sierra Leone is basically this peak of land here of coast. So if we click here, we're gonna get Sierra Leone nice and easily. Don't go beyond this line here of the land peak, because you're gonna hit Guinea or Liberia down here. So yeah, just stay on this land peak here and you're gonna get Sierra Leone pretty easily, and of course close to the coast because the country is not so big. Okay, so let's guess here. There it is. So basically all of the land peak here, the extension further of the coast here is Sierra Leone, and it's basically a circle and not too big, so stay near the coast. So next we have the Gabon flag. For the flag, it's the triband horizontally, and green, yellow, and blue. You might mix this with the Sierra Leone flag, but it's different colors. So just get used to them, and you'll be able to identify it right away. So for clicking on the country, we're gonna focus our attention here on this kind of belly, let's say, of Western Africa. So yeah, clicking around here, it's gonna get us Gabon right on the belly. So let's guess here. There it is. The country is basically all the belly extension. So you can click on the coast, on more in the middle of into the continent. It's a pretty safe guess. Of course, you have to focus on your flicks, not to hit the other countries, but just focus on hitting this belly here. Next we have Liberia. For the flag we have 11 horizontal stripes alternating red and white, and here on the upper left corner we have a blue square with a big 5-pointed white star. And yes, the flag resembles the United States of America flag, and that's not a coincidence because the Liberia is founded by former slaves coming from the United States, so that's why the flags are similar. For clicking on Liberia, we just learned that Sierra Leone is this peak of land here. Okay, so we have Guinea here, then the peak of land Sierra Leone. Then after the peak of land, it's all Liberia until this curve here. Okay, so all of this here is Liberia coast, belonging of course to Liberia. So clicking anywhere here on this coastal line, it's gonna get us Liberia. Of course, take some distance from the land, the peak of land here, to not misclick on Sierra Leone, and focus on clicking on staying near the coast here, because the Liberia's territory doesn't extend much into the continent here. We actually have those dark green portions here compared to the rest here. We can actually see some dark green shades here. They also belong to Liberia, But yeah, just focus on clicking on this straight coast here and staying near the coast, okay? So let's click here and guess. There it is. As I said, the land, the territory doesn't extend much into the continent, and all of this is Liberia coast until this curve here. So yeah, just stay near the coast and you will be safe. Next, we have Ivory Coast, and for the flag, we have a vertical triband with orange, white, and green. Nothing else, no stars, no coat of arms, anything, just the vertical triband. So we just learned that Liberia coast ends here on this curve, so it goes until here. So beyond this line here, it's already Ivory Coast. So here it's basically where the country starts, going until the around here. So we have this arch line here on the coast. It's basically all Ivory Coast, but basically not entirely, because this end here of the arch, it's not Ivory Coast anymore, it's Ghana. So you have to be careful not to go around here thinking, oh, all of the arch is Ivory Coast, so it's safe to click anywhere here. No, because this end here is Ghana, so don't click here. So yeah, basically just try to hit this midline here on this arch and you're gonna be safe. The country has a nice extension here more into the continent, and it's based entirely on the green section. So if you click around here, it's not gonna be Ivory Coast anymore. Just focus to click here on this on the arch line, on this line here, and you're gonna be safe. So let's guess. There we go, we got it, hitting basically the center of the country. And as I said, all of the arch is not Ivory Coast because this end here is already Ghana. Next we have Burkina Faso, and for the flag we have a horizontal double band here with the red on top and the green below, and on the center the yellow 5-pointed star. So for clicking on Burkina Faso, remember this green spot here that we use as a reference for Mali. So basically Burkina Faso starts here on this line, and it's placed here on the border between the desert and the green area. So clicking around here is going to get us Burkina Faso. So yeah, of course don't click here because we're gonna get Mali, and don't go much into the green zone here because it's other countries, not Burkina Faso. Burkina Faso has are more located towards more to the desert area. So yeah, all we have to do is click on this section here and you're gonna get it. So let's guess here. There we go, we got it. As I said, it's more on the desert than the green, but it takes a little bit of the green. And as I said, that green spot marking a reference for Mali, it kind of marks the line where the country starts. And yeah, here we have this shape on the green that also marks the end of Burkina Faso. Next we have Ghana, and for the flag we have a horizontal triband with red on top, yellow on the middle, and green at the bottom. And here on the center we have the big black 5-pointed star. So for clicking on Ghana, we're going to be focusing our attention here. Of course, it's east of Ivory Coast, and our main reference is this lake here. As you can see, we have this lake. This lake belongs to Ghana territory, so clicking here, it's going to get us Ghana nice and easily. Have a little bit more of country extension here west from the river, but of course not too much because we're going to hit Ivory Coast here. Also, this tip here is still Ghana. It's the arch here, of course, it's not entirely Ivory Coast as we learned. So clicking here on the tip, it's still Ghana coast, but it's better to click here on the lake, near of the lake. Don't click east of the lake because you're gonna hit other countries. We barely have any country extension of Ghana east of this lake. So yeah, focus on clicking on the lake or left of the lake, and of course they're near of it. So let's guess here. There we go, we got it. As I said, not much country of extension east of the lake, and also that tip here on the coast is still Ghana. Next we have Togo, and for the flag we have 5 horizontal bands here, alternating green and yellow. And here on the upper left corner we have a red square with a big white 5-pointed star. When I started playing, I was mixing this flag with the Guinea-Bissau one. I don't know, it might happen to you guys, but just remember that for the Guinea-Bissau one we have the red band here on the left. It goes until the end. It's not just the square, and instead of 5 bands we have only 2, and the start is black. So just remember the Togo is has more bands. We have the red square, not the whole band here, and the white star. So for clicking on Togo, we just learned that Ghana here, a good reference for Ghana is this lake. So all we have to do is basically hit east of the lake here, and we're gonna get it pretty easily. So the country, the territory for Togo is super narrow. It kinda it's vertical here, but super narrow. We don't have much space here to click, especially on the coast. It gets even smaller. So all we have to do is kind of take a little bit of distance from the lake here, east of the lake. Not too much, because we're gonna miss it pretty easily if we get too much distance. So it's basically kind of game sense, let's say. You're gonna learn it with time. We have this lighter section here coming around here, kind of breaking the other shade here of green. It can be a news for us also, but when I get Togo and want to click on it, I just know that I have to take some distance from the lake and click around here. So yeah, this is gonna get us Togo nice and easily. So let's guess here. There we go, we got it. Like I said, the country's territory is super narrow. Has some nice vertical extension, kind of the same length as Ghana here. But yeah, all you have to do is take a little bit of distance here from the lake going east, and not too much far, and you're gonna get it really easily. Next we have Benin, and for the flag we have a bicolor horizontal bands with yellow and red, and here on the left we have a vertical green band. So for clicking on Benin, it's the same sequence here. We saw Ghana and Togo. Now we have Benin. So for Benin we have a nice reference here, which is this pattern here on the green portion. I like to call it the Benin bulb, like a light bulb. So we have this curve here, this arch shape here, kind of. So if we click here, we're gonna hit Benin. Benin territory kind of looks like Togo, but it's not as narrow as Togo, and we have a larger portion here on the north of the country. And here, going towards the coast, it gets more thin and narrow. So I don't like to click around here to avoid misclicking. So yeah, clicking here on the Benin bulb, it's gonna get us Benin nice and easily. So let's guess. There we go, we got it. As I said, we have a larger portion of the country here to the north, and it gets narrow going towards the coast. And as you can see, guys, not the country territory does not cover all of the arch shape here. So we have a little bit of green here on Burkina Faso. So yeah, don't click on the edge of the shape to not misclick on Burkina Faso or Niger. So yeah, all we have to do is click on this center region here of the bulb and hit the larger portion of Benin. So here we have the Nigeria flag. It's a pretty simple one. We have a vertical triband with green, white, and green again. So pretty simple flag, one of the most known flags for the African countries. So Nigeria, we are back to the big country. The big countries, the last country that we've been seeing, it's not so big compared to the other ones where we saw up here. But Nigeria is also one of the big ones. So it's right here, it's Nigeria. We just learned Benin, the Benin bulb here, and of course don't click here because you're gonna get Benin. We can actually see a lake here, or river. So the lake, it's not the border just yet. We have a little bit of Nigeria left of the river, so you can click here. But we generally don't click around here, but I just wanna let you guys know where the border is, kind of. And also these wobbly coast here is also Nigeria. As you can see, we have this brittle section here. Left of this section here is Nigeria, but right it's gonna be Cameroon. So don't click right of here. It's the start of or an ending of a river. I actually don't know the proper terms. I'm sorry, but yeah, just also this is just to let you guys be aware of the border, because we usually click on this mid section of the country around here. So we have the little bit of the deserty area. So clicking around here, it's gonna get us Nigeria. So let's guess here so we can see the borders more clearly and know exactly what to avoid. So yes, as I said, that lake slash river here, it's not the border just yet. We have a little bit of Nigeria here, and all of the coast of this wobbly coast here is Nigeria. And what I was trying to show you guys is this brittle section here of the coast, where we have a lot of intersections of river and stuff. It's like it's marking the border between Nigeria and Cameroon. And also we have north of the country have a deserty area, and that once again, that green section here, that it's pretty helpful for us for Niger and Chad. It's also know that it's kind of helpful also for Nigeria, knowing exactly what where the border is. So that's it for Nigeria, pretty big country, and has a sub 1 second potential. Next we have Equatorial Guinea, and for the flag we have the blue triangle here on the left. For the rest of the flag we have a horizontal triband with green, white and red, and here on the center we have the coat of arms for Equatorial Guinea. We have the 6 stars here, arch, and the tree. So remember this pattern here with the blue triangle and the tree. So for clicking on Equatorial Guinea, we actually have two kind of sections for clicking. We have this island here. We can actually see we have an island here. This island is currently where the capital is. So clicking here, we're gonna get Equatorial Guinea, but we also have the most part of the country is located here on the continent, the main continent. We can actually see a little tip here coming out of the continent. This marks kind of marks the border between Gabon and Equatorial Guinea. So clicking here is gonna get us Equatorial Guinea pretty easily. So yeah, just focus on staying near of the little tip here, little peninsula, because the country doesn't go much to the north here. If you go too much far, you're gonna hit Cameroon, And also we don't have much extension here into the continent. It's basically just a little rectangle here, kind of. So yeah, just stay near to this tip here and you're gonna be fine. But I like to click here on the island, not only just for no labels or borders, but I'm used to clicking here. My flicks always goes to this direction here. So I'm gonna guess. There we go, we got it. So like I said, the capital is currently here, but the government is building the capital here on this city here, and maybe it's gonna move soon. And like I said, the little tip here marks the border between Gabon and Equatorial Guinea, and the actual tip belongs to Equatorial Guinea, so clicking on it, it's gonna get you the country pretty easily. Alright, this is São Tomé and Príncipe flag. It has 3 stripes, green, yellow and green again, and the red triangle on the left with 2 black stars on the yellow stripe. Okay, it's basically the colors of African flags. You might confuse this with Guinea-Bissau flag. For me personally, I confused it when I was starting playing, but it's very distinct because it has the red triangle. Guinea-Bissau has a straight line here. It's not a triangle. And now let's locate São Tomé and Príncipe. So we're gonna focus our attention down here. It's basically this island here below. Okay, so clicking on it or maybe around it, it has a pretty generous hitbox. You can click around here. It's gonna get you São Tomé and Príncipe. Don't click this island because it's not part of the country. It's actually part of the Equatorial Guinea. So don't click here. Just focus on clicking down here to get it. Let's guess. So yeah, you can click a little north also because it has the other island, which we can see it, but just focus on clicking down here. Next we have the Central African Republic flag. It's pretty unique. It has 4 stripes horizontally, blue, white, green and yellow, and a vertical red stripe in the middle and this yellow star in the left upper corner. So let's see where Central African Republic is located. As it said in the name, it's located in the center of Africa. So we learned that Cameroon is here on this corner. So Central African Republic is also in this same area. Okay. So as you guys can see, we have these, we can say 3 layers of green. We have this darker one, this mid one, and this lighter one. So for clicking on this country, we're gonna focus our attention in this middle one. So yeah, basically everything center of Africa, the middle one, mid layer. You guys can put that on your head to remember where to click. So we're gonna simply just click around this mid area, not going too much into the darker one, neither the upper one, the lighter one. So just click around here in this region. Don't go too far from to the left or right. Just focus on clicking right here in the middle. The country is quite large horizontally. So yeah, focus on clicking around here. Not much to the north, not much to the south, not left or right. Okay, so let's click here and guess. So yeah, you can see the country area pretty much into that middle mid green layer. Okay, not much to the north. Here's the lighter one and the darker one starts here. So yeah, that's Central African Republic. Next we have the Democratic Republic of the Congo, and for the flag we have a sky blue field with a diagonal stripe here, starting here on the bottom left corner, going all the way up to the upper right corner. And we have the golden outline here on the red stripe. And here on the upper left corner we have a big golden 5-pointed star. Pretty nice flag. And for clicking on the country, it's a big one. So we just learned that for the Central African Republic we have to click on this mid-green shade here on this section. So for the Democratic Republic of the Congo, the country basically starts on the dark green portion here. So this pins that I'm placing is basically the north of the country. We have this river here on this end. It's all Democratic Republic of the Congo. Don't go beyond this side here, because this line here, because it's already other countries. Okay, and all of this sequence of lakes here, left of them, it's all Democratic Republic of the Congo. Okay, a big country. And this pin here is basically the middle of the country. We have more territory here on the south, and we have some extension here that goes until the coast, but the extension here is pretty narrow. It doesn't have much of coast, so just focus on clicking here around this mid region of the country, on the dark green tone here, maybe near the river. So yeah, let's guess here so we can see more clearly what we're dealing with. There it is. So as I said, we have extension here into the coast, but it's pretty narrow. On the actual coast is even thinner here, and we have more to the country to south, but the safest place to click is up here near this section of the river and on the dark green portion. Okay, and of course stay left of this sequence of lakes here. So now we got the Republic of the Congo. The flag consists of 3 colors, those very famous common colors of African flags: green, yellow and red. The red going diagonally crossing the flag, and that's it. Very simple, plain, no symbols, nothing. And this is the flag of Republic of Congo. To click on it, we're gonna focus our attention on this section here. Our main reference is this river that divides the Democratic Republic of the Congo that we just saw, whatever, and divides the Democratic Republic and the Republic of the Congo. So for the Republic, we're just gonna click left of the river in this south area of the river here, not up here, because up here it's still the Democratic Republic. We have more of the country around down here and some up here, but the safest place to click is left of this river. So let's guess. There you go. Right after the river is the country. We also have a little more towards here. So whatever you feel more comfortable with, you can click anywhere around here. So that's it for the Republic of Congo. So next we have Uganda, and for the flag we have 6 horizontal bands: black, yellow, red, and then it repeats again: black, yellow, and red. Here on the center we have this white circle with a gray crowned crane, which is a depiction of the national symbol of Uganda. So for clicking on Uganda, we're gonna focus our attention here, north of this lake, which is Lake Victoria. So just focus on clicking north of the lake, not too far from it, as always. You can also click on the lake on the north section, and also this lake here counts for the country as well. It's still Uganda, and a little bit north of it also it's still Uganda. So just focus on clicking around here, don't go too far from this region because the country it's not a big one. And yeah, so let's guess here. Yes, like as you can see, it's north of Lake Victoria. You can also click on the lake in this northern section here, this lake also. And we get a little more room here. So yeah, just focus on clicking near this region. As you can see, don't click the northern east region of the lake because it's Kenya. So yeah, that's it for Uganda. So next we have Kenya. So this is Kenya flag. We have black here on top with these white stripes between the big red stripe in the middle and a green stripe on the bottom. Here in the middle in the center of the flag we have this shield with the spears. So yeah, this is Kenya flag. And for clicking Kenya, we're gonna focus our attention around here. We have this lake and our focus is clicking east of the lake. Here where I place the pin, it's gonna get us Kenya. It's not too big of a country, also not too small. It's mid-sized. You can also click at this end of the deserty area, it's still Kenya. So in this mixed deserty and green area here is Kenya. So let's guess. See, that's here is actually the capital region. So we actually can click more towards the deserty area if we want, and also on this lake here on the north of the country. So the Lake Victoria, it's kind of our main reference, but make sure to click right of it and in this north portion of the lake, because south here is Tanzania. So yeah, maybe click here on this lake or more leaning towards the deserty area, not too much to the north to not hit Ethiopia, and not too much to the east, not hit Somalia. So here we have the Rwanda flag. We have the horizontal tri-band with light blue on top, yellow on the middle, and green, dark green on the bottom. Actually, it's not right on the middle because the light blue one is way larger than the other ones. And we have the sun here on the upper right corner. So this is the Rwanda flag. For clicking on the country, it's a pretty small one. Our attention is going to be focused around here. We have this group of lakes here. This big one is Lake Victoria, and our attention is going to be focused on this little one here, which is Lake Kivu. We have this big one, and it's the first one right above it. So just focus on clicking right of this little lake here, and that's it. That's Rwanda. Again, a small country. Don't move around here. Don't click left because it's Democratic Republic of the Congo. Don't go too far because you might hit Tanzania here. We're gonna see it later, or Uganda or whatever. So yeah, just focus on clicking right next to the lake and right of it. And so let's guess. There you go, we got it. And as you can see, not too big. Of course, you can move your cursor a little bit far from the lake. Got a little bit of room to work with. But yeah, just focus on clicking next to the lake and right of it. Next we have Burundi, and for the flag we have the white cross with the circle on the middle, and we have 4 panels here, red top and bottom, and green on the right and left. And on the circle we have 3 6-pointed red stars with a green border, and the flag is pretty nice, pretty unique. So Burundi, it's right south of uh, Rwanda, we just learned. And for Rwanda, our reference was the this tiny lake here, Lake Kivu. And for Burundi, our reference is going to be the big lake here, more specifically on the north region of the lake here on the end. So clicking right of the of the the lake here, this pin is gonna get us Burundi, and every warning that I gave for Rwanda stands for Burundi as well. So don't click left of the lake and don't go too much to the right, because uh, both of these countries have basically the same area. They're not big, so you don't extend much away from the reference, which is the lake. So click right of the lake here. I said don't click right. No, I meant don't click left. I think I said right. I don't know why. Yeah, but what I meant is wanted to say is don't click left of the lake. Okay, so clicking right is the right choice. Yeah, so the north end of the lake and right of it. Okay, so yeah, focus on clicking near the lake, because the border between Rwanda and Burundi, it's kind of between those lakes, so just focus on clicking near it. Okay, so let's guess here. There we go, we hit it. As I said, the border is between the lakes, and you just need to click right of the lake. Don't go left and don't go much further here. Okay. Next we have Tanzania, and for the flag we have the black diagonal line here coming from the bottom left corner to the upper right one. The black line is surrounded by two yellow lines, and here we have a green triangle here on the upper section of the flag, and here on the bottom we have a light blue one. So for clicking on Tanzania, it has a nice territory. So basically is this region here, so south of Lake Victoria here. So clicking here on the south of the Lake Victoria is gonna get us Tanzania, and all of this region here within this lake line here. So north of this lake here it's Tanzania. This lake here belongs to Tanzania, and of course don't go beyond the lake line here, not to hit the Democratic Republic of the Congo. We have the islands here on the coast. They also belong to Tanzania. We actually have this peak here on the coast. It marks the border between Tanzania and Mozambique. So then this line here is the border, so don't go beyond this line here. So just stay within this region here, on this area, within the lakes, and it's gonna be fine. So let's guess here. There we go, we got it. And of course we have Rwanda and Burundi here, so don't click near the lakes here, not to hit them. And yeah. So next we have Angola, and for the flag we have a bicolor band here horizontally, with red on top and black on the bottom. And here on the center we have the symbol here, which is a half gear here, all on yellow. We have a machete here and a 5-pointed star. So this is the flag for Angola. And Angola is a pretty big country. We're gonna be focusing our attention around here. So we have this river here that marks the border between the Democratic Republic of the Congo and the Republic of the Congo. So we know we can't click around this region here. So just focusing or clicking on this section here where the coast goes into the continent here, invading more of the continent. Okay, so all of this here is Angola coast. Angola territory also takes a little bit of the start here of the desert area. Okay, so clicking around here, it will still be Angola, but I don't advise you guys to click here, because if you go too much to the south here, you're gonna hit Namibia. And also we can see these two darker sections of green here. This first one, it's still Angola, but the second one is Zambia. So don't click around here, because you're gonna misclick. So yeah, here you're gonna be basically hitting the middle of the country. So let's guess here. There we go. See, as you can see, it's a big country. We have all of this coastline here, pretty distinguished than the other ones, and we have this piece of territory here. It's could be considered as a exclave, but I don't advise you guys to click here. It's pretty tiny compared to the country. So for clicking on it, just go to the main region. Why wouldn't you? So yeah, it has sub 1 second potential and pretty easy to click on. No labels, no borders. So next we have Zambia, and for the flag it's a green background. Here we have an eagle, an African eagle, and we have this block here with 3 colors, red, black and orange. Pretty unique flag, let's say. We don't have some other flag that looks like this, with this block separated from the flag and the eagle. So this is Zambia flag. And for clicking on the country, it has a, let's say, it's a very odd area and territory. It's not like something well rounded, and you guys will see what I'm talking about very soon. So we have all of these lakes here that are gonna help us. We kinda actually have two main regions to click on the country, that it's pretty safe and easy. This one here is the first. It's basically, we can trace a circle on our head around here. That's gonna count for Zambia. But just focus on staying on this upper section here of the circle, let's say, because around here it's not Zambia, it's the Democratic Republic of the Congo. So yeah, at the end of this lake here, if you click here, it's gonna be already Zambia. So you can click around these lakes here. See, everywhere here that I'm clicking is gonna count for Zambia. Of course not around here, because this is another country. We're gonna see it next. Don't click close to this lake here to avoid misclicking. Like I said, focus on clicking on this upper section of the imaginary circle, okay? And the second good region to click on the country for Zambia, it's north of this lake here. So if we click here, it's gonna also count for Zambia. And yeah, as always, just focus on staying near the references, don't go too far. So let's guess here. Yeah, like I said, it's not a usual shaped country. It has this weird section here. We have Democratic Republic of the Congo kinda invading some space of Zambia. Again, we have that imaginary circle. And yeah, just like I said, we have another country here, so don't click near this lake. And also, I was clicking around here, just don't. I was showing something that it's gonna mislead you guys, but yeah, this right below the lake is to Tanzania. So just focus on clicking at the end of this one here. I actually didn't know about this section here, because I usually click around here, but I had to show you guys that clicking here is also an option. But I actually wasn't aware of the closeness of the border here, so yeah, again, learning together. I don't recommend you clicking around here, because we have As you guys can see, we have a narrow section of the country, let's say, compared to the rest of the area, and we also don't have much references around here. The lakes are kind of far from here, so yeah, I like to click here where I clicked, north of this lake here. It's pretty has a big region to guess, so it lowers the chance of misclicking. But you guys can choose wherever you're comfortable with clicking here, or maybe even here if you guys like it. But yeah, that's it for Zambia. Pretty we have a lot of references for this country, and it's pretty easy to click. So now for Malawi. Malawi flag consists of a triband, black, red, and green. And on the black section we have this red sun rising with 31 days represented on it. So this is Malawi flag, and for clicking on Malawi, our attention is going to be focused on this lake right here. We're just going to simply click left of the lake, right close to it, not too far because the country it's kind of thin, let's say. So clicking everywhere left of the lake, it's gonna get us Malawi. The country covers all the left lake length here. We also have more to the country south of the lake here, making some sort of curve. But our main area to click is left of the lake, and it's safer. So let's guess. There we go. Actually, the curve goes towards south of the lake. I was mistaken. I thought it was like the opposite thing. But yeah, the main reference is clicking left of the lake. As you can see, everywhere left of the lake is Malawi, and you can also click right south of the lake, as we can see here. And that's it for Malawi. Next, we have Namibia, and for the flag, we have this colorful one here. We have this red line going diagonally, coming from the bottom left corner into the upper right one. Surrounding the red line here, we have two thinner white lines, and here on the upper section of the flag we have the blue field, and then the lower one we have the green field. And on the blue field we have the sun here. So this is the flag for Namibia, pretty nice one, colorful. So for clicking on the country, we learned that Angola takes this upper section here of the desert area, but not too much, because south of this line here, it's where Namibia starts. So around here, we have this lake. The lake is already on Namibian territory, so clicking on the lake, it's gonna get us Namibia. But the country is big. We have a nice extension here on the coast. Clicking south here, it's still Namibia. You can see that we have a little dot here. Clicking here is going to be still Namibia, but this other dot here, it's South Africa, so don't click here, not going to get Namibia. But the country extension doesn't go much into the continent here, so if you go too much to the east here, you're gonna might misclick. So stay near to the coast. We have the lake that helps us a lot. If you want, you can just focus on clicking on the lake, that's fine. And yeah, just stay close to the coast, and you can use the lake. So let's guess here. There we go, we got it. As I said, it's a big country, have a nice coast extension, and also we have this little arm here, let's say. But of course, it's not good to try to click here, especially without the borders. It's easy to misclick on the countries surrounding it. So next we have Botswana, and for the flag we got the light blue background. On the middle we have the black stripe, and above and below the black stripe we have white lines. Sometimes you can mix this flag with the Estonian one. It's easily to do that. Right away you look at the flag and you might think of the other one. But for Estonia, it's a perfect triband consisting of black, blue, and white. The blue there is darker, And yeah, this one, it's not a perfect tri-band. We have the stripe in the middle and stuff. So for clicking on Botswana, we're gonna focus our attention around here. See this lake, it's basically it. It's the main reference for clicking Botswana. Of course, we have more to the country below the lake here, but I like to click around the lake to avoid clicking on South Africa. And of course, don't go much to the left or the right to not hit Namibia or Zimbabwe. So let's guess here. Yes, as you can see, the lake is kind of north of the country, and we have more of it here, but to avoid misclicking, just stay near the lake. Next, we have a Zimbabwe flag. Zimbabwe flag has 7 stripes horizontally, green, yellow, red, black in the middle, and repeating the same pattern until the end. And we have the white triangle on the left with the black outline, and inside of the white triangle we have the big red star and the bird of Zimbabwe. It's a national emblem. So this is Zimbabwe flag. So Zimbabwe, we're gonna focus our attention around this region here. We're gonna focus on clicking below this lake right here, and in the green region, not going too much around here because here's Botswana. So clicking below this lake here, or I don't know if it's a lake or a river, we'll see after we guess. So click near them, okay, below and near them, not too much to the south because it's already South Africa or gonna hit Mozambique. So let's click here and guess. Yeah, it's actually a river, yeah, but then with some, yeah, it's considered as a lake. So click below the lake and you should be fine. This one also, it's kind of a good reference, but as you can see right below the lake, it's still Mozambique. So focus on clicking below this lake right here and in the green section, because the deserty area is Botswana. So that's Zimbabwe. Next we have Mozambique, and for the flag we have a horizontal tri-band with teal on top, black here on the middle, and yellow below, and we have 2 thinner bands on each side of the black one. And here on the left side of the flag we have the red triangle, we have the big 5-pointed yellow star, an open book, and here we have a AK-47. Yes, it's an AK-47, and we have a farming mattock as well. Fun fact, it's the only flag that has an AK-47 on it. So yeah. For clicking on Mozambique, we have a big country here with a nice coast extension. So Mozambique coast starts here after this peak. So yeah, here until here to there. Okay, so everywhere here on this coast is gonna get us Mozambique. We have a little bit of extension here into the continent, but the safest spot to click for the country is here on this side, because around here we don't have much extension into the continent. So it's safer to click here on this region, or everywhere else on this coast, staying near the coast, but I like to click around here. So let's guess. There we go, we got it. So as I said, the coast starts here on this peak, and it goes until here where actually the capital is located. So we have a nice extension here, and it can be done pretty easily. Next we have South Africa, one of the most popular countries in Africa. We had a World Cup there, and the flag is pretty nice, pretty unique. We have a pretty colorful pattern here. We have this green Y shape here. We have the black triangle here on the left with a yellow border, and we have a red band here on the top, and the blue one on the bottom, and we also have these white outlines here. So pretty distinguished flag. There's no other flag that looks like this. It's pretty, you're gonna recognize it right away. So for clicking on South Africa, it's a big country, and as the name says, it's on south of Africa. So we're gonna be focusing our attention here. So all of this coastline here is South Africa, okay? So we actually have two countries within the territory of South Africa, which is Lesotho and Eswatini. We're going to be seeing them next. So we need to avoid this region here, okay, because here is going to be Lesotho, and around here is going to be Eswatini. They are small compared to South Africa, but there is a risk of misclicking on them, and I need to warn you guys. So my advice is clicking on this section here of the country. We can see these white dots here. They all belong to South Africa still, but don't go too much beyond them because it's gonna be Botswana and Zimbabwe. And also we have more to the country around here, but for me, I always click around this region here near the coast on this side, because you want to avoid misclicking on the countries we have here. Okay, so let's guess. There we go. See, we have plenty of room to work with here, of course, but I advise you guys to avoid clicking too much into the desert area here, because we don't have much references to know exactly where the border is. So click near the coast and it should be fine. And again, as I said, we have the two countries here that we want to avoid misclicking on them. So next we have the Lesotho flag. The Lesotho flag has three stripes: blue, white, and green, and this here in the middle is a hat that the people of Lesotho wear. It's very common to see it around the country. So let's locate Lesotho. Lesotho is very small and it's surrounded by South Africa. And yeah, kinda difficult to click on no labels, no borders, but with practice you can get it very easily. So our attention is going to be focused around here, and this between the division of the deserty area and the green area, and this going up area. So focus on this dot here, and also kinda here. If you click right here, you're gonna hit the middle of Lesotho, simply just like that. Okay, so focus on clicking like left of this white dot here, and leaning more towards the green area, because the most part of Lesotho is located in this green area. So yeah, let's click left of this dot here and finish our guess. There you go. See, you can even click on the white dot itself, because it's this thing right here, and it's gonna get you Lesotho. As I said, Lesotho is more located in the green area. You can see that the deserty, it's not much part of the country. So yeah, focus on clicking on the more green area, maybe on actually on top of that white part we saw from above. So next we have Eswatini, and for the flag we have a colorful one and unique. We have a lot of horizontal bands here. We have the blue on top and the big red band on the middle, surrounded by yellow ones, and blue again on the bottom. And here on the center of the flag, way highlighted, we have this black and white shield here. We have the two spears and the big staff here with the feathers decorating the symbol. It's a unique flag representing Eswatini. So again, as I said, it's one of the countries within the South African territory. So our process for clicking on Eswatini, we don't have reference the direct references, let's say, for the country, because it's located here, right here, and as you can see we have no dots, rivers, or stuff like that to help us look and click directly. So the process that we will be doing is the following. So as we see this white dot here that belongs to South Africa, we're gonna be aligning our cross with the dot and going to the south here with this coastline here. This coast here belongs to Mozambique, and the capital of Mozambique is actually right here. So a straight line from this dot here, and clicking right here, it's gonna get us Eswatini. As you can see, the right end of the cross is kind of touching the coast, and it's this distance here from the coast is enough. Okay, so clicking here, this pin will get us Eswatini. Of course, you don't need to do all the alignments when you're gonna click it. So if you get the flag, you don't need to, oh, let me look for the dot and then go south and whatever. No, you don't need to do all of this. Is you're just gonna take a look at the region here and know exactly where to click. Okay. The dot reference, actually it's not much needed. It's just a just for the to show the proper distance from the coast that you need to take. But I guess the aligning the right end of the cross is enough. So let's guess here. There we go, we hit the middle of the country basically. We also have this dot here that we can see from the standard zoom that can also help us. So we just need to basically go up right from it in a diagonal way, and we're gonna hit the country pretty easily. So it can be done under 2 seconds, even with no labels, no borders, and you will not misclick and get a full score. Next we have Seychelles, which is one of the most unique flags in the world. There's not any other flag with this pattern here. Very colorful. We have blue, yellow, red, and white, and green. I'm sorry, I don't know what these shapes are called. This is a triangle kind of, but yeah, this is Seychelles flag, very distinct, very unique. So now let's click. Seychelles is a bunch of islands located north of Madagascar, east of Africa. So yeah, we have a pretty big hitbox here because the country is actually, the islands they are actually very spread. So if I click here, oh okay, the game is not not helping me. So yeah, this pin here is gonna get me Seychelles. So we actually have an island here that's it's to the country, but clicking here in this mid region doesn't get me anything. So yeah, focus on clicking kinda here, coming a straight line out of Socotra Island. Okay, the game's not helping me. Okay, yeah. Yeah, but the hitbox it's actually pretty generous. Okay, but we have some specific areas that it's not acceptable. So we have an island down here, but I don't recommend you clicking here because it's with a flick. It's easy to hit Madagascar, Comoros, or Mayotte. So yeah, I usually click up here to guess Seychelles. So let's guess. Yeah, there we go. The main island here, which has the Victoria, or the capital. So yeah, coming Basically a straight line out of Socotra Island, maybe leaning more towards to the right here, and that there's the islands that's also part of the country that I said. I don't advise you to click here, but you can do whatever you want between this area here. It's gonna count for Seychelles. Next, we have Comoros. And for the flag, we have 4 horizontal bands with yellow, white, red, and blue. And here on the left, we have a green triangle with a crescent moon and 4 5-pointed white stars. So yeah, pretty unique flag. For clicking on Comoros, we're gonna be focusing our attention here. So it's this island here, Comoros. It's composed by some islands, and here is the main one we can see. But we have others here at the going southeast here of the main island, let's say. So yeah, clicking here is gonna get us Comoros. No need to zoom, and it's important for us to stay within this region here. As you can see, we have a grid line, so I recommend you guys to stay left of the grid line to not misclick here on the other island that we're gonna see next. So yeah, just stay here left of the grid line. We can see the island, pretty easy to click. So let's guess. There we go, we got it. So we have 2 other islands here for the country. Of course, 2 main ones. We have some other tiny ones here. But yeah, just we can see the island, just click on it and stay left of the grid line, because as you can see, we have another island here. We're gonna see it next. Next, we have Mayotte. And for the flag, we have the white field here. We actually have the country's name written here, pretty big. We can see it clearly, Mayotte. And here we have 2 seahorses on the surrounding the coat of arms here. Actually, I think the seahorses are also a part of the coat of arms here. And here we have the crescent moon, we have the flowers, but just focus, and you're gonna take a look at the flag. You're gonna see the seahorses, you're gonna see Mayotte written in here, and you're gonna know it right away. So for clicking on Mayotte, just learned that Comoros is here, and now we have Mayotte on the other side of the grid line. As I warned you guys for Comoros, don't go beyond the grid line here, because we're gonna hit Mayotte, and now it's our target. So clicking here right off the grid line, it's gonna get us Mayotte nice and easily. We can't see the island, but there's no need to zoom because the hitbox is pretty nice here. So let's guess. There we go, we got it. We actually didn't hit the land, but there's no need to hit the land here. And of course, stay near to the grid line to not get any hitboxes for Madagascar here. So yeah, stay near the grid line and right off the grid line. So next we have Madagascar. Madagascar flag is pretty simple. We have the red band here, the green one below the red, and a vertical white band on the left of the flag. Pretty simple and plain flag. So for clicking on Madagascar, it's simply this big island here. Clicking everywhere counts for Madagascar, pretty simple. Of course, avoid hitting kinda around it, because we just saw Comoros and Mayotte here. So don't click here, because you're gonna get those countries and not Madagascar. And also these 2 islands here, they are not Madagascar, they don't count for it. So just click on here and you should be fine. Let's guess. See, everywhere is Madagascar, and we don't have any other islands here counting for it. I'm not sure to what country this island here counts for, but yeah, just click here on this big one and it's gonna be fine. Next we have Réunion, which is an island that belongs to France. That's why it has this fancy name, I guess. So for the flag, we have this design here. It's not official, it's an unofficial flag, because officially the flag of Réunion is just the French flag, but this is the unofficial one adopted on 2003, and it's the flag that the game uses. So It's a pretty unique design. We have the blue field on the background, and this yellow mountain here is actually a volcano that it's a famous volcano on the country, on the island, and we have these 5 rays meeting the peak of the volcano. So for clicking on Réunion, it's this island here, this left. We have 2 islands here. The left one is Réunion, east of Madagascar, and you can click on the island or around it. We have a pretty nice hitbox here. Yeah, so just focus on clicking on the island or west of the island, because if you click around here you might hit the other island, which you're gonna see next. So yeah, we have also a little bit of room north of the island, but if you go too much to the north, this pin here that I placed, it's gonna count for the other one. So don't you have a nice hitbox around the island, but don't go too much far, because you might hit Madagascar, I don't know, and the other island as well. So focus on clicking on it or west, south of it. Okay, so let's guess here. There we go, we hit it. And it's nice that we have this hitbox because makes flicking way easier. We don't need to focus on clicking on the island. Just a picture as we had, as maybe if we had a bigger island here, it would be easier to flick. So that's what we got here. We have a big region here to flick. No need to focus on hitting the proper territory on land. Okay, so that's my advice for you guys. If you want to practice this, just keep on your mind that you don't actually need to hit the land, and that goes way better for this other country that we're gonna see next, because the hitbox is actually very nice, and I'm gonna give you guys some nice tips. So let's see. Our last country of the African continent is gonna be Mauritius. And for the flag, we have this colorful one here. We have 4 horizontal bands with red on top. The second one is blue, the third one is yellow, and the last is green. And once again, Mauritius is this island here. We just learned Réunion, and like I said, Mauritius is the second one here on the right. And yeah, clicking on it, it's gonna get us Mauritius, simple as that. But like I said, Mauritius has has a pretty nice hitbox, even nicer than Réunion. We learned that we can click like around it. But for Mauritius, we actually don't have just the island here. We have a second island here and then a third one around here. I don't know if it has more, but we have like 2 other nice ones here. I don't think we have more. So since we have the other islands here and here, we kind of have a triangle hitbox here. So the hitbox for Mauritius is huge. So all of these pins here, it's gonna get us Mauritius. All of here, yes, we have some kind of triangle hitbox here. So you don't need to hit the island here to get Mauritius. So your flicks can be super fast here on the going around this area. No need to focus on clicking on the land. So I'm gonna guess here. There we go, we got it. And like I said, we have the island up here and the other one here. They are highlighted with green. And yeah, it forms this nice triangle shape here. And all within this region here, we get pins that counts for Mauritius, and it makes it possible to hit the country super fast. And of course, stay near inside of the triangle here, because you don't want to hit Seychelles and the other islands around it around here. So yeah, that's it for Mauritius, guys, and also for the African country. We just learned 57 different flags. Yeah, most people don't know African flags or get them easily mixed because we have similar colors, but now we have learned them all, and you guys can easily hit the countries without moving your screen, without having to zoom. And yeah, guys, hope you guys enjoyed. I hope it was helpful. We hope you guys learned some new stuff. And check the other continents. I thought I teach how to click on every single country, not just here on Africa, but on all Americas, Europe and Asia, Oceania, and the other islands here that we have here on the Atlantic and Indic Oceans. And yeah, go check the other videos out to learn even more.